For solving polynomial equations, we need to be able to factor many of these equations. So this example here, this cubic function, we cannot isolate the x on this, so we're going to need to factor this. So to factor, remember, we have to find one factor first, and then we have to break down that polynomial into a quadratic. So I'm going to try, looks like 1 probably won't work, so I'm going to try maybe -2. If I plug -2 in, I get -8 plus 4 plus 16 minus 12. Yeah, that's equal to 0. Okay, so that then represents one factor of this polynomial. So we know that one of the factors must be x plus 2. So to find the other quadratic factor, we're just going to break this down by division. Okay, so we have our coefficients 1, 1, -8, -12. This is going to be -2, so we're going to get -6, -12, remainder of 0. So the quadratic then is x squared minus x minus 6. So factoring that quadratic, we're going to end up two numbers that multiply to -6 and add to -1 are going to be x minus 3, x plus 2. So those are the factors of that quadratic. Equaling 0, which it does ask us to solve, so don't just factor, we need to also actually solve this. We have a double root at -2, so we can write it like that if you like, or you can just leave it as 1. I'm just going to write it as a double root just to indicate that this is we have all three solutions to the cubic function. So there it is. There's my solution to that cubic equation. For this one here, we can try doing the same thing. However, the reason why we factor this, because we couldn't isolate the x. Here we can isolate the x. So we're going to end up with x minus 3 cubed equals -27. Okay, we can undo that by cube rooting. So in this case here, because we can isolate that x by cube rooting, we're just going to solve it in that way. We don't want to bother expanding this and factoring, although that is possible. That's not necessary because we can isolate the x in this case. So we end up with x minus 3. The cube root of -27 is -3. So we can solve for this as x equals 0. Okay, so x equals 0 represents the solution for this equation. Okay.